All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome you to our stream. This is your host, DJ Just Jay with Just Down TNT. We're the Soto Podcast. We advocate for children first. We're getting ready to talk about a gentleman who I believe gave the ultimate sacrifice in order to show his love and dedication, not only to his family, because he was a married man, which is very rare. For not only for us to see a father, but for us to see a family that's actually married and together under one roof. Beautiful thing, right? But he also gave his life for his children. So I'm assuming that some of you guys are probably wondering what the story is. And more than that, you can always look up the story, but just by Google searching it. But I think a lot of people are here to want to hear what my take is on this story. So here it is. This is what happened. That man on my screen, his name is Johnny Lee Vann Jr. He's my age. He's 35 years old. So this really hits home for me. Not only do I have my daughter in the chat right now, he's my age. I can relate to this as far as like, you know, wanting to protect your children with everything that you have. So this really, really hit home for me. So a father of 7. He is a father of 7. That is his wife right there. Her name is Don Vann. Of course, again, they are married. They have children underneath one roof. He ended up drowning Sunday afternoon while trying to save his children from rough waters. I don't know why I can't say those two words together. Basically drowned inside of rough waters at Wrightsville Beach in North Carolina. I apologize. I got a little tongue tied there. Again, his name is Johnny Lee Vann Jr., 35 years old, and he ended up running into the water when he saw his 2 children struggling to swim as they were being pushed out to deeper water near a jetty. Okay? Now, he never hesitated, his wife said, by the name of Don Vann, and he threw everything down, phone, keys, and he just ran out there. Vann said once her husband reached them, he seemed to be in distress and he could not breathe. So what it sounds like is they were in the waters and they might not have had maybe very much swimming capability. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the family can clarify if maybe that, if they had any type of formal training to swim or if they just flat out couldn't swim. All I know is that in the Black community, this is not an uncommon story that a lot of us cannot swim. Well, I'll tell you guys this. Shout out to my auntie who actually from when we were really, really little kids taught us to swim. She taught swimming for a very, very long time. I love my auntie for that. But your boy DJ Just Jay can swim, but I was taught to swim at a very young age, okay? Now, she commented that others on the beach tried to reach him, but he told them, forget about me, get my kids. That's the part that I think is like kind of like it's a beautiful thing and a sad thing at the same time. It's very, very bittersweet. Because it shows that he was being selfless. It shows that he loved his children. And again, I've always talked about the sacrifices that fathers make. Fathers that love their children will make the ultimate sacrifice. And that's also why the dynamic of having the nuclear family, mother and father in the household, is so, so important. The words and his last words that he said, forget about me, get my kids. And guess what? His kids are safe. Bless his heart, man. It's a sad way to have to go. But again, I'll comment on the thought process after I get through the rest of the story, okay? Now, reports state that the children made it safely to shore. However, rescue crews performed CPR on Vann for 45 minutes, but they were not able to revive him, and I really wish they could have. He put his family first. He wouldn't go without. He put his family first, his wife said. His wife said. He was the best man you could ever imagine to ever have in your life. The family, who recently moved to North Carolina from Michigan, had been to church together earlier that morning and decided to spend the afternoon at a nearby beach. And I want you guys to remember that they just recently moved out here, I think like less than 2 months ago. We came from church and we went to the beach to have fun. We wound up having a tragedy, Vann's wife said. On Monday, the family hugged each other and held photos of the hero father. His spirit is still alive and we're always going to remember him as a hero, Vann's daughter, Kirsten, told reporters. Now, family members have set up a GoFundMe page to pay for funeral costs. So I'll show you guys the GoFundMe here in just a moment. They hope to bury Vann in Detroit, Michigan, next to his mother, which I believe that's where he's from. Johnny was known to his family and friends as a pillar of jovial spirit. Now, I'm familiar with the word jovial just because my name starts with J, and I had to come up with a word for an acronym of my name, and I remember using the word jovial. It just basically means like happy, okay? His smile could light up any room and was guaranteed to put a smile on your face, the page reads. What I'm going to do before I talk about my perspective is give you guys the videos from the news, but let me give you the fair usage before we do that. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. And I want to know what you guys think, man. Do you guys praise him as a hero? And I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys would, please click that thumbs up, help share our stream, and help share this story, okay? If you haven't already clicked that thumbs up, please do. Thank you to everybody that's already done so.
Father of 7 gave his life to save his children.
The Durham man died while trying to save them from rough water at Wrightsville Beach Sunday afternoon.
Tonight, our Maggie Newland sat down with Johnny Vann's wife and his children who wanted to share their memories and love for their father.
To his wife and 7 children, Johnny Vann has always been a hero.
Wonderful guy, loved his kids, loved family. His whole entire family, do anything for him.
He cherished all of us.
And by the way, that was his wife. I'm going to back that up right here. That's his wife right there. Again, they were married. They were a married family with these children underneath that roof, which I 100% respect both of them for that.
For their father.
To his wife and 7 children, Johnny Vann has always been a hero.
Wonderful guy, loved his kids, loved family. His whole entire family, do anything for him.
He cherished all of us. He loved all of us.
So when some of his children ran into trouble in the ocean,
the current had started pushing me over the jetty. It had kept pushing me under.
I got farther because of waves.
No one was surprised that Johnny raced to help.
He never hesitated.
He dropped the keys and ran out there. He ripped his shirt, came out there.
He got to both of them, and he grabbed them.
Moments later, Dawn Vann heard her husband in distress.
But we heard Johnny say, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe."
She says others at the beach ran to the rescue, but Johnny's only concern was for his children.
They could have easily saved him. He said, "Forget about me, get my kids." He didn't care about nothing else.
The children were brought safely to shore, and emergency crews pulled Johnny from the water, but couldn't save him. A day later, his family clings tightly to photographs and each other.
That is a large family, like right there. Let's go back here. And I'm going to tell you guys, they are absolutely going to miss him big time. That is a lot of children to try to take care of now with the mother being, you know, without her husband. They can have as many kids as they want to. They were married. I'm just saying, like, I think that, you know, having a family is a beautiful thing. This is what we've been advocating for in the Black community, is for us to create families.
Clings tightly to photographs and each other.
My dad always tell us, like, y'all gonna be together forever.
And together, they remember the lessons and legacy their father left behind.
And he taught me how to be tough. He's still alive. His spirit is still alive. And we all gonna remember him as a hero.
He was a great hero.
He will never be forgotten. And the family says so many people on the beach tried to help them, and they are so grateful for that. They just moved here to Durham from Michigan a few months ago. They hope to bury Johnny in Michigan next to his mother. They have a GoFundMe page to help pay for that, and we have a link on our website, cbs17.com. Marius?
Maggie, thank you. Such a tragic
That is tough,
story.
tough.
And I'm gonna show you guys the GoFundMe here in a moment. They've done very well on the GoFundMe, which is good, and you know, and I appreciate people being so benevolent, you know, to support that. But let's go ahead and move on to the next video.
Tonight we have new details about the Durham man who died while trying to rescue his children at Wrightsville Beach. This all happened shortly after 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Witnesses say 2 children were walking near a jetty when they fell into the water, and that's when their father, Johnny Vann, jumped into action and dove into the ocean. But that's when things also took a turn for the worse. Officials say it's unclear whether Vann drowned or suffered a medical emergency. And tonight his widow, Dawn, says the family is in shock and denial.
You couldn't ask for a better person. Like, you could have took anybody else. I mean, me personally, I would have preferred to take me than him.
And the children escaped unharmed. Tonight, people in Wrightsville Beach are warning of the potential dangers of that jetty. They say it's not visible during high tide. 2 signs warning of the danger were blown away during Hurricane Matthew and were never replaced.
Okay, so they did have a sign out there, but I'm not sure that the sign was out there when this tragedy happened, which, I don't know, man. It's just real unfortunate. Let's move on. We got 2 more videos I'm going to show you guys real quick.
Took his family out for a fun day at the beach. Instead, Andre Nell saw a man lose his life trying to save his children.
So sad. Andre called 911 for help when Johnny Vann Jr. tried to save his children, and he watched Good Samaritans and responders try to save Vaughn. WECT's John Smith met with that witness today. So, John, is he still shaken up about what happened?
Yeah, he certainly is. He told me about hearing a young child screaming, "That's my daddy." Seeing people try to save a man's life, Nell told me that he thinks something needs to be done around what they call a very dangerous stretch of Wrightsville Beach.
This sign is the only marker telling people to stay off the jetty at the south end of Wrightsville Beach. Andre Nell believes the sign and the warning are not getting the attention they should.
If you're a tourist here, you're most certainly not going to notice this sign behind us here. Most people are looking at the ocean when they come to the beach. They're not looking behind them at the sand dunes.
When the tide comes in, waves pound the jetty. Nell says that causes dangerous currents for even the most experienced swimmers.
There's no human being that's going to swim up against that current. When that tide, now at the low tide, that wall is exposed. And as the tide is coming in, it goes higher and higher over that wall. And that current is ripping over there 2-3 knots. You're not going to be able to swim against that.
Now, I want you guys to hear what he just said. Even if you are able to swim, because it's something that me and Ladyfoots talked about before the show started. But even if you are able to swim really, really well, they're saying that you probably couldn't swim against that level of current. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Regardless of whether they are experienced swimmers or not, that still might not have mattered in the situation.
Most people are looking at the ocean when they come to the beach. They're not looking behind them at the sand dunes.
When the tide comes in, waves pound the jetty. Nell says that causes dangerous currents for even the most experienced swimmers.
There's no human being that's going to swim up against that current. When that tide, now at the low tide, that wall is exposed. And as the tide is coming in, it goes higher and higher over that wall. And that current is ripping over there 2-3 knots. You're not going to be able to swim against that.
Nell makes his living in the water around Wrightsville Beach, running charter boat trips. He believes limiting access to the jetty would save lives, protecting visitors who are unfamiliar with the potential dangers.
Put a sign on the jetty, put a barrier there, prevent people from walking down it. You can come sit down any given day, and you're going to see people swimming around that jetty, swimming over the wall, walking down it.
And again, it's only so much you can do. And one thing that I definitely don't want to start doing is for them to make it seem like the beach did something wrong. Like, I'm just saying, like, this was just an accident straight up and down. I mean, we can't prevent each and every type of accident that happens. I want you guys to understand that, okay?
Now, Nell says that he believes that the lifeguards and first responders did all they could to help save Johnny Lee Vann Jr.
Here's the last video.
Hey, get off that wall! Somebody died there yesterday!
A tragic afternoon in Wrightsville Beach Sunday as a...
And I want you guys to notice something, that it's kids out there standing on the thing right now. Let's look at this again. At the beginning of this video.
Hey!
You guys see that? There's 3 people standing on it right now.
Get off that wall! Somebody died there yesterday!
Well, excuse me, that might be 4 people from the look of it. And it looks like those are 4 children right there on camera. Just saying, man. Just saying.
A tragic afternoon in Wrightsville Beach Sunday as a father loses his life trying to save his children from a dangerous situation in the ocean. Andre Nell was on the beach and called 911 as the situation unfolded.
I saw a African-American gentleman sprinting down the beach, dove into the water, and he went straight for the kid that was in the water.
Oh, wait. Guys, I don't know if y'all... This is not funny at all, and that is not what y'all came here for. I just know... Did y'all see what I just saw in that video? I want to see if somebody saw what I just saw behind that man that's interviewing right now. I'm going to see if somebody says it. I'm sorry. We're going to take a quick break from the story. I just want to see if y'all caught that. I'm sorry. I know it's 2019. I know that things have changed. Things are a lot more acceptable nowadays. But did y'all see what I just saw? God, dog. No, I don't think y'all did see it because ain't none of y'all. Yep, Jane Doe saw it. I'm going to show that again. Let's show this video again. Let's rewind. Y'all didn't see it. Stop it. Y'all did not see it.
Situation unfolded.
I saw a African-American gentleman sprinting down the beach, dove into the water, and he went straight for the...
God. Oh, God, man. Why did they have to come ruin this story? Like, I said, damn. Guys, I swear I did not see this when I downloaded this video. Golly, boy, just woof.
Sprinting down the beach, dove into the water, and he went straight for the kid that was in the water.
That's when things took a turn for the worst.
Are you close enough to ask him if he's conscious?
Yeah, they're dragging somebody in right now. He doesn't look conscious.
After about 30 or 40 minutes of CPR, Johnny Vann could not be revived. His widow, Dawn, says the family is in shock and denial.
You couldn't ask for a better person. Like, you could have took anybody else. I mean, me personally, I would have preferred to take me than him.
But you know what's funny about love and funny about husband and wife is both of them would have said the same thing. He would have said, I wish it would have taken me. She says, I wish it would have taken me. That's the beautiful thing about love. But I want you to remember that is also the beautiful thing about fathers. It was a father's responsibility to step in there and risk his life to try to save his children. He is absolutely a hero, and he did absolutely what fathers that love their children would have done.
Both Dawn and Nell say that area of the beach is not safe. The jetty is not visible during high tide, and Nell says 2 signs warning about it were blown away in Hurricane Matthew and never replaced.
Either they can make it taller or take it out the water completely because it's still dangerous.
And Nell says he believes the closest lifeguard stand is too far away.
There needs to be a lifeguard station right here. If there was a lifeguard station right here yesterday, this would not have happened.
It's still possible that it could have happened, you know? And like I said, I get everybody, you know, was just saying like, hey, they wish this didn't happen. I totally understand that. But here's where I want to close this thing out. This is a really, really short video. I'm going to show you guys the GoFundMe, and then I'm going to give you guys my closing thoughts. How about that? We'll do it that way. We'll do it that way. Let me go ahead and give you guys the GoFundMe really, really quick, okay? Because The GoFundMe itself, as asking for crowdfunding, is doing very well. It is trending, of course, but it's doing very well right now. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this on the screen so you guys can see it. I'm going to blow it up, and then I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit. But this is his actual GoFundMe page, and it's under GoFundMe at /F/An-American-Dad-Hero. They call him an American hero. And I got to say, I really like the fact that they called him an American. Because too many times we keep wanting to separate ourselves and say that we're something other than Americans, which is really, this is all we know. Most of us only know America. But they had a goal of $50,000. I don't know if that was what they originally set the goal at. It could have been set at lower than that, so I don't want to go into that. But out of $50,000, they have raised $41,705. The mother, or the wife, Dawn L. Vann, as you guys can see right here, is the campaign organizer. So, but you also have to remember that they're trying to ship his body back to where they're originally from, which I know that takes, you know, some money and stuff like that. She left a link here, which is good, and wrote a nice, very good story. I told you guys, like, I've always felt that they should write a nice message if you're asking for a lot of money in a GoFundMe. But they wrote a really, really nice message here. Gave an address to the funeral home, which is great. Gave some precursor information there, which is great. Sincerely, the Vann family. And left a number of photos on there. I think they did a very, very, very good job. Even gave some updates. So to the wife, I'm going to just tell you, you did an excellent job when it comes to, you know, when I look at these GoFundMes, what I think should be a minimum requirement, you know, to have enough information, to have some good photos, for it to be, you know, for it to be written correctly and proper punctuation and stuff like that. I think they did a good job. So it is what it is. People are donating even as of 4 minutes ago. So I expect for them to reach their goal here pretty quick. But I can tell you, if she could trade, you know, and get her husband back, I can guarantee you that she probably would do that without a question. Those kids are going to miss their father. And I'll tell you guys this, because I'll leave this message for the kids, because I'm a father. I'm his exact age, and I can tell you what he will want his kids to know. To the children, this is why, if you can, because a lot of times parents will tell kids not to do stuff because it's dangerous and stuff like that. This is kind of one of those instances where you don't want to put your parents in a position to have to risk their lives, because they will. You do not want to put your parents in a position to have to risk their lives, because they will. When you love your children, this is what you do as a man and as a father and as a husband. I totally respect Johnny Lee Vann Jr., you know, for risking his life for his children. I respect him for being married. I respect him for being a man to be a provider and a protector and to support his wife. And you could clearly tell that his family loves him big time. This is a positive story that has a lot of tragedy involved in it. But like I said, this is the type of thing that we've been advocating for. If they were able to save his life, then this becomes a 100% positive story. And this family goes on to live a happy life. And we want to continue to ask that we continue, you know, in our communities to create nuclear families, understand the value of marriage, understand the value of family, and understand the value of giving children a foundation with mother and father, biological mother and biological father. We are the advocates for children first. And I am so proud to say that somebody that shares my skin color advocated for his own children and absolutely did a brave thing that a lot of us, you know, might be hesitant to do. But I 100% respect what he did. He is absolutely an American hero, and we need more like him. Okay. I want to say thank you not only to everybody that's listening to the stream. Thank you to the family. Thank you to everybody that also contributed on the GoFundMe and stuff like that. Again, that link is available. And it's the GoFundMe is still open and available. And like I say, man, this is never going to get any easier for the kids, but, you know, just you know, remember your father and remember the memories and remember what he did for you, and just remember to take that gift of life that he gave you and turn it into something tremendous. I want to see these kids turn into tremendous people in their own respects and their families, okay? Thank you guys so much, man. That ends this stream. This is your boy DJ Just Jay from the AFC. We advocate for children first, man. Prayer hands up. R.I.P. Johnny Lee Vann Jr. 35 years old. Died too soon, man. Peace.